Hey guys, it's Kennedy from Dynamic Reactions, and this is the breakdown for Game of Thrones Season 8, the final season, the final episode. For those of you who are new here, the breakdown is basically a show here on the channel where we discuss different things that have happened in different episodes, and I know a lot of you guys have been dying to hear my input on how the last episode went overall. It's been a hot topic for everybody in the fandom, and I wanted to sit down and make a commentary video for you guys since, you know, we could do that way, and I figured it would be fun. So let's get started. I want to start with Daenerys because I did not have a problem with how her arc ended necessarily. I had a problem with how quickly she went insane, if that makes sense. I like to see characters who are destined to go insane. Take Azula from The Last Airbender, for example. I like to see characters that are meant to go insane. I like to see their descent go slowly and intricately, and little foreshadowings just aren't enough for me on a creative standpoint. I do feel like the way that they wrote it didn't necessarily make sense. If you go back and you look at the inside the episode, you see that they say that she decided at the last minute to make things personal, when in my opinion that really doesn't make sense, because Cersei didn't care about any of those people. I understand destroying the castle, I understand all that stuff, that's making it personal, but Cersei was a person who didn't care for the people that she was ruling over just for the power. And so I was confused as to that reasoning. I feel like her descent was very rushed, and I feel like she deserved better. I feel like that was her big moment, the moment we had all been waiting for, and I feel like it could have been executed so much better. The next thing that I want to talk about would be Jon Snow. Now, we know that Jon is a very noble person, a very good person. I feel like we could have seen him and Dany have a little bit more of a dialogue over his heritage and everything that's happened. I mean, obviously they loved each other, there was no question about that, but I feel like things were kind of said and addressed a tiny bit and then pushed back under the rug, which seems to have happened a lot in this last episode. I mean, you have Arya's prophecy, the person that she's supposed to kill with green eyes, and now sure, we can say that she'll go off into this west of Westeros world and kill somebody with green eyes. But come on, as a fan, you want to see the full prophecy come to pass. Sure, seeing her kill the Night King was awesome, but to have her turn away from Cersei, who she's been waiting to kill and to get revenge on for so long, like pretty much the entire series, was a cop out for me. I'm excited about the end of her story, but I feel like there was a lot that was unfulfilled. I feel like Cersei got off easy. I feel like Jaime and Cersei got off easy. I feel like they got deaths that they didn't deserve, nor that the actors wanted. And yeah, I just feel like we could have went about it in a much better way had it all not felt so rushed. The next thing I want to talk about is Brandon Stark. Brandon Stark. None of us saw him becoming the king of King's Landing, of the 6 kingdoms now. None of us saw that at all. And it's not that I have a problem with it. I just have a problem with how it came so nonchalantly for him. It's almost like we again dusted some things underneath the rug this whole entire series. Ever since he's fallen out that window and come out of that coma, we've heard him say, I'm not Brandon Stark. I'm not the Lord of Winterfell. I don't want the power. And then all of a sudden, during the last episode, when Tyrion is like, I want you to be king, he's like, why do you think I came all this way? What kind of character development is that? When did that character development happen? Within the last 30 seconds of the episode? Like I said, some things were just so rushed. I feel like the ending would have been better because honestly, Bran is at that point in time showing his true intentions. If you really think about it, if you dig deep, if he knew all this from the very beginning, that means he let all those people die in the Battle of Winterfell and did all these unnecessary things just to get to the throne. That makes him just as bad as Cersei or Joffrey or anyone else involved in the Game of Thrones. And I think it would have been a better twist, honestly, for him to be a reincarnation of the Night King. It would have been a much better way of ending things, in my opinion. A much better wow factor, if you will. I feel like the episode slowed down the last few minutes that we had. I read a comment on a commentary that said that they killed Dany within the first 30 minutes of the episode. And while I was editing our reaction, I checked, it wasn't even the first 30 minutes. It was more like the first 5. Like, I feel as though we didn't need an hour and 20 minutes for that. There are TV shows that have done better finales on regular networks with commercials in between in 45 minutes, less than that, with ads and things of that nature in 45 minutes. I just feel like once Dany died and everything else happened, everything just sort of slowed down. And if you saw in the reaction, my mom was feeling quite tired from moving and such, but she also got tuned out of it a little bit because it slowed down a ton. And as Game of Thrones fans, you know, they told us not to expect a happy ending, to expect the unexpected, and everything just ended so normal. It was very out of character. And another problem that I had with one of the character endings was Tyrion. I mean, I understand the Hand of the King thing, blah, 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 yada, yada. But at the same time, he was just as instrumental in Dany's murder as Jon was. Why isn't he getting punished? Why does he get to revel in the riches and the title of the Hand of the King as if nothing ever happened? I don't understand. And then for Jon to be punished more than him even, before that, when Jon laid down his life for multiple people throughout the show, just being a morally good person, I don't understand it. I don't like it. And the other thing that got on my nerves about the council meeting with Bran, not the council meeting per se, but the one where they were all sitting around in a circle, you know. The one thing that really got on my nerves, like I said, I really didn't mind Bran being king. It was fine. As a matter of fact, I was like, as a person with CP, as a fellow disabled person, I was like, oh, you know what? Representation. Great. And then Tyrion goes, Bran the Broken. What kind of title is that? That's like calling someone Stefan the Stupid. Like, what kind of title is that? That's not even a compliment. Why would you want to be defined by the brokenness of your body? It's horrible. If they wanted to stick to like double B's or something like that, I'm pretty sure they could have come up with 1,000 better names. As a matter of fact, if you have a better name for Bran, put it down in the comments. I would love to see what your suggestions for Bran's title are. I'm sure George R.R. Martin will come up with a much better title. But it's kind of like they gave this disabled character a great position at the end of the show, and it was all feeling good, and then they just dumped on it relentlessly. Bran the Broken, come on, seriously? Okay, I'm done with that. But again, my overall thoughts are, we really didn't need an hour and 20 minutes for this. We could have wrapped this up in 45 minutes. Overall, I think Dany's death, I personally couldn't picture Dany's death going any other way. I loved when Drogon burned the Iron Throne. I loved the shot when she was coming forward from the castle, from the ashes, with his wings behind her. I loved all those things. I just felt like after that point, everything just went downhill, and a little bit of some of the things before then just went downhill and crazy. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the GOT season finale. Leave a comment down below and tell me your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Give me a like if you want more of these videos. I really enjoyed sitting here recording this voiceover completely unscripted. I apologize if my mind was all over the place. But yeah, thanks for watching or listening and watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.